I've really been wondering how I can use dots to, bring awareness onto what's happening in the socio-political scene, both locally and internationally. This is because dots are like my main art theme. So this is my first ever dot art theme inspired by political events, and this art piece is called Don't Forget Palestine. So it was created to just bring awareness onto whatever is happening in Palestine, and I got a chance to exhibit it at the National Museum for the 19th Affordable Art Show this year in October, and it was a really beautiful piece. It was made with the colors of the Palestinian flag, and while I was reading about it, I found out what each color means. But not just only what each color means, it's also the inspiration for the colors of this flag. It was adopted by the PLO after being inspired by the Arab resistance flag against the Ottoman Empire. And also, the colors are inspired by a poet from the 14th century. He was a Palestinian poet, and according to his poem, he says black represents the oppressed or oppression, red represents the blood that has been shed fighting and defending the lands, green is for the lands, and white is for noble acts. I started with the red dot in the middle to signify the Nakba, and it is big as it is because not only is it the beginning of the dot mandala, but it also does show that the Nakba is a huge and will forever be a huge part of the Palestinians' history, and I wanted to ensure that I got that right from the center because, like I said at the beginning, this piece is called Don't Forget Palestine, and that means we do not forget every single aspect of its history when we're talking about the genocide. It did not begin on October 7th. Israel has been committing genocide on the Palestinians for years now. And when we say years, we're not talking a few years, we're talking 70 plus years. So that amount of violence for all these years and the resilience of the Palestinians to keep on fighting and their refusal to not be forgotten, I think that is something that is really noble, to be able to just fight and, fight for your heritage, fight for your right to live, and fight so hard for all these years despite the odds being against you. I think that is one of the biggest forms of resistance and resilience I have ever seen. And as I created this piece, I made sure that the concept was a dotted mandala because not only am I good at those, but also because this dotted mandala is on this black surface, which again, remember at the beginning we talked about black meaning the oppressed or oppression, but here is this beautiful dot mandala flower thriving in the midst of this oppression, which is supposed to just symbolize how even in the midst of the oppression they still rise, they're still blooming, and they refuse to be forgotten. And I think that is one of the biggest acts of resistance that I have ever seen. And may we all live to see a free Palestine. May we all live to see Palestinians get justice for everything Israel has made them go through. And may we all live to see all the children of Palestine be happy children who wake up to the sounds of birds and not drones. May they be able to watch their adults in their life be happy and laugh in the living room as they prepare breakfast for them so that they may go to school. May they get to experience what it's like to have an education. And may the people of Palestine get to experience what it's like to live out your dreams, because they had goals and dreams and they got wiped away. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Don't forget Palestine.